So the taxi industry. Bear with me on a little story here. The taxi industry in Sydney is a bit of a joke at the moment. It's been a sad decline over the last few years, but it has got into the territory of being a laughing stock. It's no wonder that Uber is going through the roof. This is the one where you log onto an app on your phone, and it's a private car that's renting itself out as a taxi, and it picks you up and you set the price and you go on the location. I still haven't used it. I don't know, there's some block up there, some fear that I have of losing, but the people I've talked to that use it love it. But the taxi associations, the taxi owners, the drivers, the whole bit, they don't like it. They hate it. They have been trying to ban it. They want to get rid of it. But it is no wonder that Uber is doing well when you have to go through what I went through this morning. And look, this is not all about me, but let's just say it is all about me. 9 o'clock this morning, I had an appointment that I really wanted to get to. I had to be there, so I booked a taxi at 8 o'clock that would have given me plenty of time. I was going to be well ahead of this 9 o'clock meeting that I was going to, but I didn't get there and I wasn't that far away from it, so I only needed the taxi to travel a couple of suburbs. I was an hour and 10 minutes waiting for a taxi this morning. 1 hour and 10 minutes. I made a booking through combined taxis, and I waited, and I waited, and I waited on a footpath, waiting for the taxi to turn up. I waited for about 20 minutes. I gave them a call to check and say, hey, how's the booking going? And then I had to call another 4 times. It was 4 times in total that I had to call, and every time you call up, they say, oh, what's your name? Tell them your name. Oh, and what's your address? Tell them the address. Now, how do you spell that? And where are you going again? 4 times I had to go through exactly the same thing. And this is what happened. It wasn't just that things were busy and that I couldn't get a taxi, but while I was standing there, they told me, so I was standing in the one spot, and they told me that the taxi had turned up, but I wasn't there, so that they left. Now, that is a lie. It is just plain and simple a lie, because where I was standing was on a one-way street, and I'd been standing out the front the entire time. So that was a lie. I don't know if it was a lie on behalf of Combined Taxis or the idiot driver that they'd given the job to. And then they said, well, we've booked another driver for you, and we've had a look, and the driver is 1 kilometre away. He's only 1 kilometre away. So I waited for another 15 minutes, and the driver wasn't there. I said, that's one hell of a kilometre. That's, I used to have a ute like that once too, as the old joke goes. Waited for another and then I called them back, and I said, you told me the driver was only a kilometre away, and they said, yeah, he decided to take another job. And I said through this, in the whole time that this was going on, I said, have you not thought about at any point calling me back and saying, there's a problem with this driver, he's taken another job, he's gone elsewhere? And they said, we don't do that. Combined Taxi said, we don't do that. We don't call you back and tell you that the taxi is not going to make it. I said, well, it's not much of a service, is it really? I mean, really all you are is a couple of people sitting around in a room with a phone. Somebody calls you up and then you give the job to a driver who doesn't want the bloody job in the first place. Then I finally got a car. This is an hour and 10 minutes later. I finally got a car to turn up, and I said to the driver, he was a good guy, and I said, I said, when did you get this job? And he said, about a minute ago. And I turned up as soon as I could. And he said, the 4 idiots in front of me in the taxi rank wouldn't take the job. They wouldn't come. Now, I don't, as shocking a person as I am, I don't think I'm on any blacklists anywhere for taxi company. Not that I'm aware of. It may be after today, but I don't believe that I'm on a blacklist anywhere for taxis. But he said they wouldn't take the job. And I asked why, and he said because they're idiots. But he also thought that maybe the job was just a little too short. Well, it wasn't. I think it was about a $20 fare. I mean, hang on, is this the way it goes? So taxis in Sydney don't take a $20 fare anymore? It needs to be a $50 fare or a $60 fare or a $120 fare before taxis take you. It's a joke. I'm going to talk to the taxi industry a little later on. I'd also like to talk to the Uber people because of all the flack that the Uber people that they cop. At least they actually tend to turn up, and at least they want the job. At least they want to do the job. That would be enough motivation, you would think.